Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are the nominees for the approaching 2024 presidential election. And the most salient issue is, of course, going to be the economy like it has always been. The United States currently stands with the world's largest national economy and leading global trader, and has rebounded from COVID-19 exceedingly better than expectations. But there are obviously still flaws with the current economic state. Income inequality and disparity have had long-standing effects. So let's talk about both candidates' economic proposal. First, Donald Trump, the guy who contributed to the massive wealth inequality between the rich and the middle class with his 2017 tax cuts skewed to billionaires, just for an example, has an even more defective plan for if Americans are unfortunate enough to see a second Trump term. He has said that he will stop inflation, but what he is suggesting as his policies will make it worse. He wants to eliminate the income tax and impose 20% tariffs on everything, as if the 10% tariffs that he previously proposed weren't bad enough, which economic experts say will spark a trade war, boost cost, elevate inflation, raise taxes on a typical family by $3,900, and shatter the United States economy. Not to mention how it will slow imports from other countries. He also wants a 60% tariff on Chinese imports, which would cause prices to rise for American consumers and hurt businesses. These are not my words, by the way. This is coming from economic professors who have studied economics for their entire career. Just the previous 10% that he put forward alone would lead to 2.1 million fewer jobs and 2% smaller economy by 2028. And 20% would just magnify that. So in essence, this would be deleterious and disadvantageous for hardworking middle-class Americans and the quality of life. Also, this is while he would issue tax breaks for his rich friends and big corporations, which again, he did during his first term. Now let's dive into the Harris-Walz economic proposal. First, she is going to eliminate medical debt for millions of Americans. This is a policy that aims to alleviate the financial burden of medical expenses by reducing or eliminating existing medical debts for a significant number of Americans, thereby improving their financial stability. Secondly, she is planning to institute the first ever federal ban on food and grocery price gouging. This would prohibit excessive price increases for essential food items, ensuring that groceries remain affordable for consumers and prevent exploitation by large corporations who take advantage to make more profits while hurting consumers. And she has already done this as Attorney General in the state of California, where she went after big companies who illegally raised prices and inflated the price of prescription medication while conspiring with competitors to keep electronic prices high because they've gotten away with it for so long before. And what did she get done? Harris won over $1 billion for consumers. Next, she would pass and sign a law to cap the cost of prescription drug prices, not just for seniors like it is now. This policy would limit the price of prescription medications, making essential drugs more affordable and accessible to all Americans. Fourth, she wants to provide a $25,000 subsidy for first-time homebuyers. What this would do is offer a down payment of assistance of $25,000 for the first-time buyers, particularly benefiting people who have consistently paid rent on time to encourage home ownership and address the housing affordability crisis in America. She will also enact a child tax credit that will provide $6,000 per child for the first year of a baby's life to assist with expenses. Both candidates are laying out their economic agenda, and it is crystal clear on who to vote for. Donald Trump doesn't even know how to run a business, which is why he's had 7 bankruptcies, been involved in 3,500 litigations and lawsuits, and left the presidency with a record high loss of 3 million jobs. Kamala Harris knows how the economy works and won't keep taking the failed course of action that we've seen for so long.